If you've ever felt like food is the problem, and if you could just fix your eating, everything would be so much easier. If you resonate with that, I really want you to hear this. I really want you to hear this. It was never about the food. It's not about the food right now, and it was never about the food. If this scenario resonates with you, you come home from the end of your day after feeling stretched, pulled in multiple directions, ungrounded, overstimulated, overwhelmed. You come home, and all of a sudden, everything starts to settle. Everything is finally quiet, except the food noise and the pull that you feel over the food around you. It almost feels impossible to not go to the pantry and get the bag of chips. It almost feels impossible to not go to the freezer and get the pint of Cherry Garcia. If you resonate with that, I really want you to understand it's not about the food in that moment. It's so easy to think, I don't have enough discipline. I don't have enough willpower. I need to fix my eating. It's so easy to think that. It is not about that. And no amount of discipline, no amount of willpower is going to bring us to the place that we are seeking. It's not going to give us the peace. It's not going to give us the freedom that we're seeking in that moment because it's not really about the food. And so in that moment, and this is assuming, right, that we're not starving our body all day long, right? We are eating during the day, okay? This is assuming that we're consistently fed. And I talk more about that in my episode right before this one. I think that I can link it in the notes, right? We'll see what I can do. Because it's a great one to listen to. But in that moment, if you're feeling that pull and it feels like it feels like it has control over you, the food feels like it has control over you. Like no matter how many times you've tried to break the habit or the pattern, it's not happening. It's not about the food, and that's why. Right. And I say this with so much love, compassion, and kindness because I was there. I was there. And I've helped so many people with this. And again, not a discipline issue, not a willpower issue. It's a safety thing that's happening, right? It's about safety in your system, about safety in your nervous system. Your nervous system in that moment is seeking pause. It's seeking relief. It's seeking spaciousness. It's seeking a moment to not be on, to not have to do. And food often becomes the permission to not be on, to not do. It's like a permission slip, right? And so then we eat and we have this momentarily relief, like this like really quick regulate, right? Although it's not like the deep lasting regulation that we're looking for. But it gives us this momentary pause, this momentary relief. And it's important to understand, this is really key, your body, your nervous system remembers that. Right? The body really does remember everything that the mind has long forgotten, right? The body remembers that quick pause, that relief. It remembers it. And if we do not have what I call nourishment off our plate, I mean, I built an entire membership around it's called Nourish Beyond the Plate. That is how foundational this is. If we do not have nourishment beyond the plate, and food is the only experience that our body, our nervous system is getting with that pause, that relief, it makes sense. It's going to feel like a very strong pull. Okay. And again, assuming that we're not starving our body, like physically starving our body, because we know from our last conversation in my last episode, an undernourished body, an underfed body will obsess about food, right? And feel out of control around food. But then there's this, right? We have to take this into the conversation as well, because it's not just about that, right? If we are so depleted and our nervous system doesn't get that pause, that relief, that regulation, and food has become that moment that it had it, that's what we're going to feel the pull to so strong. It's going to feel so strong and almost impossible to not eat, right? And so, really important, and this changed everything for me. It really did. This was such a huge shift for me when I realized that I need to prioritize nourishment beyond the plate. And yeah, this looks like things like, it depends on you, right? What do you like to do, right? For me, I love hiking. I love being in nature. I love doing playful handstand practices. I love doing my yoga, right? I love spending time with the people that I care about. I love spending time with my puppy Jefferson. Okay. And also the actual somatic practices, right? The breath work, shifting our breath to shift the state of our nervous system. Right? The nourishment beyond the plate, foundational, will change your life, will change your relationship with food, will change your relationship with exercise, will change your relationship with your body, and it's just going to change everything because you're having that really deep nourishment. So I created something for you. I created a calm reset practice. This is my personal go-to practice. I used my voice to record it as audio for you, but it's something that I have done for years. I did it when I was in the midst of everything I'm talking about with you right now, the food struggles. I did it during that time. The exact breathing pattern that I teach you in the calm reset is the one that I did. And the landing in the body, I call it. I do that at the start and a little bit at the end. And I'm telling you, if you do that on repeat, so not just once, the first time you do it, you got to understand your brain, your nervous system, it's taking it in, right? It's going to feel much different the first time versus the fifth time, right? And there's not an exact number of times to do it, right? Just kind of like letting your system get used to it, slowly digest it, and it will shift, right? It will shift things for you. It gives you this very real practice to do in that moment when you feel the pull. Okay. But making sure that we've done it consistently first, right? And that's how it really starts to work. Because if I've done it consistently, and I've gotten really familiar with the practice, almost like an old friend I'm having coffee with, I'm super comfy with them. And then I start to feel that pull and I'm like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm going to do this practice right now. And it's familiar to my nervous system. So it works in that moment, right? That's what's so important, that we let it become so familiar to our nervous system. And so that calm reset practice, it's under 3 minutes long. I intentionally kept it short, sweet, digestible, designed again to do on repeat. So when you get the email for it, because it comes via email, save that email just so you can go back to it and do it. And yeah, so I'll pin that in the comments so you can just go get that free practice. It'll be hanging out in the comments for you. And so everything we've been talking about today comes from my original method, nervous system led food freedom. And so the first step of nervous system led food freedom is creating safety in our system. And it's okay if we don't know what safety feels like, which that might be the case. That is okay, right? We learn what safety feels like, and safety is bio individual. What safety feels like for you is going to be different from what safety feels like for me. So we learn what safety feels like in our own body. And just as important, we learn how to return to that state of safety. And that's where clarity and choice comes in, right? Clarity and choice in all areas, with food, with relationships, clarity and choice. And so if you are interested to learn more about nervous system led food freedom, this is the place to learn it, because it's the method I've created. And this is what I will be talking about on my YouTube. I'm going to slowly be going through it, taking time with it, not rushing through it, letting it just be digestible, right? And providing you with very real practices and mindset shifts so you can start to heal your relationship with food, exercise, and your body. So thank you so much for being here. And if it interests you, definitely go grab the Calm Reset practice. Again, I'll pin it in the comments. And I just hope you have an amazing day.